Today we're going to be making banana bread. To get started, we're going to go ahead and sieve 1 3/4 cup of self-raising flour, followed by 1/4 cup of plain flour and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. The reason we use a sieve is it helps to make all the ingredients a little bit lighter, and that's going to help the mixing process later on. To this flour mixture, we're also going to add 2/3 cup of brown sugar. If you forget to film it, worry not, it helps to create a sense of mystery amongst your viewers. And then you're going to go ahead and grab 3 overripe bananas. If your bananas are looking nice and yellow and delicious in your fruit bowl, put them back. They ain't ready yet. We want them to be overripe. This makes them really soft and easy to mash up, but more importantly, it gives them more of that intense banana flavor and it makes them sweeter as well. This makes them ideal candidates for your banana bread. And as you can see, these mash up nicely. And we're going to get 2 eggs and do a cool guy one-handed crack. Dropping the shell in will help to disperse the yolk, and honestly I got nothing. But hey, at least I nailed the second one, so, there's some character growth there. Give that a little whisk and set it aside. Then go ahead and add 125 ml of milk to your banana mixture, followed by those whisked eggs. Give that a little stir, and now you're going to channel your Best Moses impression, parting this 1/2 cup walnut seed. The walnuts to the left we're going to leave whole. These will get sprinkled on the top of the banana bread before it bakes. The ones on the right we're going to give a fine chop, and these are going to get stirred through the mixture to give you a little bit of walnutty goodness in every bite. Make a well in the center of your flour and add your banana mixture, 50 grams of softened unsalted butter, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, your chopped walnuts, not the whole ones, and a little pinch of salt. Then you're going to give that a nice old stir. You don't have to overdo it here, you're just combining it till everything looks nice and wet. I find using slow motion is a great way to do so. Then using some olive oil spray or butter, you're going to line your loaf tin before adding some parchment or baking paper in there. Next you're going to take your mixture and pour it into your tin. When you're finished, if the top is still quite bumpy, you can smooth it out. The final step we're going to do here before putting it in the oven is to drop those other half of the walnuts we had. You can use a bit of artistry here and arrange them however you like. In an oven preheated to 180, I put this in for 35 minutes. I recommend checking on it at that point. If it needs a little bit more, you can put it in 5-minute increments. You can also use a toothpick to check to see if it's done. That toothpick should come out clean. There's no point in cooking if you don't have a dramatic serving scene, and so here is mine.